You would think everyone would have figured out by now not to mess with Stephen Lang. Yep, Don't Breathe 2, a sequel to the disturbing and surprisingly entertaining Don't Breathe. This time, the blind man follows, or excuse me, this time the story follows the blind man and a young girl who may or may not be his daughter. We don't know what happened after the end of the first film, except that the blind man survived, and so did Jane Levy and her sister. But overall, I think this film wraps up both the tension and the freaky factor, because let's just say when the big twist is revealed, it's even more disturbing than what was going on in the first film. Once again, Stephen Lang knocks it out of the park as a broken but still deadly former soldier. Despite being blind, he's definitely predator, not prey. His young co-star is not annoying. She's really entertaining, and you want to see the both of them get through the ordeal together. Normally kid actors are a nightmare, but this kid really knows her stuff. I look forward to seeing her future films. Maybe with her as the heroine of a future Don't Breathe 3. And she's learned how to fight blind or something. The villains are definitely not sympathetic. You root strictly for Stephen Lang and his daughter. Because while you would think the characters, once their story gets revealed, garner some sympathy, that potential sympathy goes right out the window. There's not a lot of music, which was a good decision, because the fact that it's so quiet and you can hear a pin drop makes for a far more tense atmosphere. You feel like you're in the house with the blind man, his kid, and the people going after them. Overall, this was a solid sequel, and while it might not continue the franchise, or they might not continue the franchise, this movie ends things on a pretty high note, if bittersweet. If you saw the first film, this one's worth seeing. If you're curious about seeing the first film, see it first and then see this one. Yeah, if you're into suspense flicks that have scenes of darkness and scenes where you can't see anything until bam, something's in there with you, this is definitely a film worth seeing. This is Mr. J signing out and reminding you, disabled people are not pushovers, especially when they're played by Stephen Lang. And if you think a mom defending her kids is tough, wait till you see a blind dad do it. And remember,